Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat, and today on Biblio Obscura we are gonna do something very cool that was recommended by one of you. So this is by Look and Talk. I'm putting her comment here. So she said, can you do book recommendations based on my favorite Nudibranchs? And I said, absolutely, that sounds amazing, and what a fabulous idea. Let's move on to another Nudibranch. This is Phyllodesmium magnum. This is solar-powered Nudibranch, also how I call it, color change solar panel. And it has really unique serrata, which again is like the hair-like stuff on its body. It has functions of respiration, digestion, and defense. It absorbs algae, which it uses to photosynthesize and make food and sugar for itself. The color changes based on the coral or anemones it eats. So similar to the sheep one that I talked about before where it can photosynthesize, this one can as well, except it color changes in addition depending on what it eats. So for the prompt I have color changing / body transformation. So I have Skyward in by Aliya Whiteley. The body horror transformation in this is so good and weird. It's so good and weird. I think about it all the time. Like, most of the story has faded, but that weird body horror aspect stays on in my memory. We have a planet for rent. This one has a specific chapter where a performance artist does the most grotesque body transformation I think I have ever seen. And then it repeats. And I also have Paws and Claws, which is a, I'm counting it, but it's a human animal transformation. So in this world people can transform into animals, and we have like a wolf and a puppy. And the wolf is the leader of like his gang, and the puppy runs afoul of him and punches him in the face and then is taken in when he is injured. So this is very good, and if you're not really into like Animorph stuff, it's not, it is, but it's really not. It's like they can just transform into those, but yeah. It's real. I'm really into it right now, which is why I wanted to mention it. Then the other one I want to say is Otter Still, which I'm reading right now by Bryn. So we have people who can transform into Selkies, and we also have body transformation because our main character has like this rainbow parasite grafted onto their body, and it's starting to integrate into their muscles and start to control them. It's good. Another Nudibranch I want to talk about is the Clione limacine, which is known as the sea angel. So this one, it is so adorable to me. It just swims around with its little wings out. But actually it eats other sea butterflies. So it's like a cannibal, it's a cannibal sea angel. So this one I have winged characters. So the Rycke from the Monster series by Mayne is so good, and he has wings. Oh my god. That's my favorite book in the series, so I love him so much. Forest Sea, which is a manga about, it's after the war, and there's basically avian and serpent shifters, and the teacher is one of the highest level avians, which when you are high level you get multiple wings. So I think he had 6 or 8 wings, and one was torn off during the war. And then we have a young cadet who is a serpent shifter who hasn't yet reached his final form, so they don't know what level of serpent he is. It is so freaking good. Read it on Tapas. Oh my god. And another one is Zanao, which is dealing with bird creatures named Zen in this world, that the more you take care of them, and they eat poison, the more that you take care of them, the brighter and more beautiful the rainbow plumage is. And a man inherits one that like his old friend died and left to his care. So beautiful, stunning. I realized I still have 4 Nudibranchs left. I think I did too many, but I just got very excited. So I'm gonna try to go a little faster. We have Doto greenamyeri, which is the donut Nudibranch. So this looks like a donut. That's its special skill. I almost didn't put it in, but I thought, no, that's a really good one because I want to do the prompt hole in the middle. So it's a book where the beginning and end were very strong, but it had kind of a saggy middle, but is still worth it. The lamb will slaughter the lion. You start out and we have someone who is searching for their friend that went missing in this town, and they arrive there. And then the end, I was like, okay, because the townspeople have made a deal with a dark force in order to protect it from outside forces. But what happens when that force comes for you? And then we also have Cutting Your Teeth, which is one I read last year. That was really, really good. So it starts out, someone is transformed into a new vampire, and then the middle is a road trip, which I'm not a fan of, but the final fight scene was an absolute banger, which dealt with like this monstrous arachnid and just tattoo lore, and I was like, absolutely fabulous. So yep. Next nudibranch I want to talk about is one that doesn't really look like a nudibranch. This is Phylliroe bucephalum, which is known as the fish sea slug. So the cool thing about this one is that it's a parasitic pelagic nudibranch, which means it floats in the water column and it doesn't just stay over like with a reef. And how it feeds is it attaches to the inside of Cnidarian medusae bells. So like picture tiny little jellyfish bells, and it attaches on the inside and then it eats them from the inside out. So this is a book which has the theme of integrating into a system and destroying it from the inside out. For this I have two, large scale and small scale. Large scale, Trader Baru Cormorant. Holy bananas, does this fit so well. We are following Baru Cormorant, whose land is taken over by another country, and their method of taking over is economically. So they integrate and take over all the ways of making money, and they destroy other countries that way. So she says that she's going to go and integrate their system and take them down from the inside. This was so good. Another one I want to recommend is Love Among Reptiles, which is on the smaller scale. So we are following a guy who integrates this mafia family, and his job is he is going to kill the leader, like the mafia don, because the mafia don killed his family. So he is integrated, and he's, I believe, the bodyguard for the son in the family. And then, wouldn't you know it, the dad is killed like in the very beginning, and not by him. So he and the son take off together, and it's about them trying to take down the system because they team up together. And this was so good. This caught me completely by surprise because the son is psychotic, okay? He is like just crazy, okay? In my mind, I was thinking of him as like a gay Joker. Like unhinged, unapologetically gay, and you never know what he's gonna do. And then you have this more staid bodyguard. Reminded me a lot of Domeki from Twittering Birds, and I was like, no, I'm living for this dynamic. So yeah, that was so good. The penultimate nudibranch I want to talk about is Girana, which is known as the sea bunny or bunny. So I have a picture here for you. I'm also going to show you this one. It's because they have little bunny ears. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So cute. So these also have external gills, but their special trait is that they mainly eat toxic sponges. And they steal the toxins and use as defense mechanisms. So for this, I have the prompt, uses toxicity to their benefit, which made me think of two, and they're both hella dark. So one is As Meat Loves Salt by Mariah McCann. Our main character is an awful person. They are arguably the villain. So as it starts out, he, I believe, kills and drowns a small child. And his solution is to use the patriarchal system to his benefit, and he decides to enlist. And the police can't track him down because it's the past. And as he is in the military, he meets someone else and they develop a relationship. So, I read this. I think I gave it 4 stars when I read it. It's very dark. I shan't be rereading it because I have a small child. So there's no way in hell I will be rereading this. So take that recommendation with a grain of salt. The other one I want to talk about is Inevitable Destruction by Marie Anne, and a moment of silence. A moment of silence, because this is about a guy who was broken up with, and when he seeks police help, the police officer who is obsessed with him decides to basically use his power, his position, and his ready access to drugs in order to reintroduce, I believe, drugs into that person's life to maintain complete control of them. This is really effed up, and it's just effed up. It's really effed up. And it was like it's like watching a train crash. I couldn't stop reading, but also I was like, oh, jail for everyone. So toxicity to their benefit. If you want something toxic, those two are for you. All right, and let's end with something really, really cool. So this is Hermesenda crassicornis, also known as the opalescent or flame tip nudibranch. So their special skill is that they are the beta fish of nudibranchs, okay? If they meet each other in the wild, they fight to the death. They fight to the death. It's basically like they circle each other, and whoever can bite the other one's tail first will consume them and kill them. So, for this one, best fight scenes ever. And immediately, what came to mind is I Stole the #1 Ranker's Soul, which I read last year. This had some of the most, like, you see it, there's something about seeing it visually, because this is a manhwa. There's something about seeing it. It's so freaking good. It's so freaking good. It's about a portal world where portals have opened up to other worlds. Monsters pour in. Some people get special powers. There is a girl who starts out really, really weak, and she accidentally goes into a dungeon, and she sees the boss monster battling like the #1 ranker in Korea, and the monster kills him, and she accidentally harvests his soul. So he becomes like her ghost companion, and things go from there. It was so good. Pacing, plot, everything freaking amazing. The small romance element, which is like a subplot, absolutely excellent. Character buildings, like side characters, extremely well developed. Fight scenes, immaculate. There was one fight scene in particular that I can think of where it was just like, that's like so cool. Like, oh my gosh, I really need it to be an anime because I was just dying at how cool the fight scenes were. And then the other book I want to talk about is Trail of Lightning, which is about a woman who is it's a dystopian world, but Native American reservations are still standing strong, but their gods are interacting with them, and she has to contend with battles with them. And Trail of Lightning has some of the best fight scenes between gods and between her and others, and I just thought it was excellent when I read it. So yeah, I hope that you got to learn more about nudibranchs. I absolutely love them. Nudibranchs are so hard to see, especially when you are diving. I did a specialized dive in Thailand, in the Similan Islands, to see them. They are so lovely, but because they are so small, you often have to have really good buoyancy control because you have to hover there. And obviously you can't like use your hands to grab because you can hurt the coral, or you can like squish them. So please, if you're ever out looking for them, really don't put your feet, don't put your hands, don't touch anything, please. I'm just really jaded from seeing too many divers trying to touch stuff. Don't touch anything, especially these poor little nudibranchs. Yeah, but if you ever see them in like an aquarium, They are just so fabulous. They are wonderful, and they are one of the most beautiful things that I have seen underwater. So I hope that this was interesting for you, and if you have any more ideas of videos you'd like to see, I'm very open to it. I usually film based on some stuff that I always do, like wrap-ups, but then also anything that is just interesting to me. So this was obviously interesting to me. I couldn't wait to film this one. So thank you so much for recommending this as an idea, and I will see you in another video soon. Lots of love.